The Debt Defense System, what you need to defend yourself from debt collectors. Brought to you by yourlegalegup.com, your advantage if you are being sued by debt collectors. Our main product is the Debt Defense System. It's a standalone product if you're being sued by a debt collector, and it's also the biggest part of our new product, the Comprehensive Debt Solution. That product is designed to help you solve all your debt problems at the same time. If you're being sued for debt or think you will be, you will want to consider the Comprehensive Debt Solution because you will almost certainly have credit repair problems and you may have other debts cycling towards litigation. You might stop that from happening by negotiation and settlement. And we do have a number of separate a la carte items if you only need something specific, but most people who are being sued by debt collectors will want to get at least the Debt Defense System, which has virtually all our debt litigation products within it at a small fraction of what they would cost separately. With the Debt Defense System, you'll simply know more about debt law than most people, including the lawyers on the other side. And what is much more important than that is you will know how to use that information effectively. Debt collection law is not rocket science, and what debt collectors want is very simple. They want as much money as they can possibly get as easily as they can possibly get it. You know that they have an essentially endless pool of people to chase, and that means that they will get and feed off of the slowest and easiest victims. We help you do two things. First, we make sure that you are the fastest, toughest defendant you can be so that the debt collectors can see that and choose other victims. And secondly, we know that the biggest open secret of the debt collectors is that they almost never have the things that they would need in order to prove their case if you would fight. We show you how to expose and exploit that weakness in your particular case. And that means that even if the debt collectors don't give up on you and go away because you're tough, you'll still be able to beat them. How we do what we do is no mystery. Most of our videos help you see some part of the process and how some part of it works. I should say this at this point, though, that we do not work actual magic. If they can prove that you owe the money and have the will to do that, they should win, and they probably will. But that is very rare. Most debt collectors don't have what they need, and our materials are designed to put both their desire and what they've got to a rigorous test every time. They simply have too many easy victims who won't fight for them to want to chase the ones who will fight very often. And the debt collectors rarely have what they need and just count on bluffing and stonewalling you to make you give up. We help you with that. The Debt Defense System has two main components: a manual and other written material, and a membership. Together they give you everything you need to defend yourself from either debt collectors or original creditors if they sue you in any state in the U.S. The manual contains a thorough explanation of the debt litigation system and builds on what used to be our main product, the Debt Litigation Bundle. It's got the forms that you need to answer or that you can use as samples and lots of other materials too. It's written in language just about anybody can understand, but if you don't worry, we can still help. And it tells you who the other side is, what they want, and how you can make them go away by using normal, mainstream tools of litigation. Judges won't yell at you, and people won't point at you like you're an idiot or a freak. And we think that that's really important because while some people are willing to get up there and act like cartoon characters, most people will not do that. They don't want to, and they won't do it. And so we give you something which is very respectable. What the manual does is put all of the information together into a system which helps you understand and deal with the lawsuit from beginning to end. There's lots and lots of material there, obviously, but what we really do is show you how to use it most effectively. We introduced the Debt Defense membership because we realize that people have questions relating to specific issues that come up in their cases, and they would rather ask them by voice and hear a response directly in real time. That seems reasonable, but it's actually very difficult to do because there are so many people out there, and legal time is frankly very expensive. Sometimes the answers that we can give are in the manual and people can't find them, sometimes the issues are just not in the manual and can't be. We've written thousands of pages on the debt law topic, and not all of it can go in the manual. Plus, it's just easier to get specific answers to specific questions sometimes. It helps if you have someone to call, and the main feature of our membership is to give you someone to call. You can call us at our weekly teleconferences for members as often as you want. They happen pretty much at least once a week regularly and for about 2 hours. You can ask questions you have, and you can also listen in to hear what other people are asking or saying. Most members have found that extremely helpful because so often it's very difficult to know what you don't know or to get a warning of what might be coming down the pike. At the teleconferences, you can also give progress reports or discuss strategy or anything else about debt law. We also offer other resources to members. We have a growing number of member-only videos and articles designed to answer questions that many members have and to build your knowledge of and expertise in the law. And we have a wide range of battle-tested materials that you can use in our document bank that you can use for lots of different ways as they come up in your case. Between the manual and the membership, you will have everything you need to defend yourself from the debt collectors at a very small fraction of what a lawyer would cost. These days, most lawyers charge $150 to $200 an hour, and very few lawyers will even look at your case for under $1,000. For most ordinary people, and especially those who have debt collectors suing them, that's simply too much to manage. And the price rarely stops with the first payment either. Most lawyers charge for their time, you see, and when they have spent several hours on your case, they'll be back to you for more money. And that's a problem for you because one of your best defense tactics is to make the lawyer for the other side spend time on your case. You can't do that very well if it's costing you more than it's costing the debt collectors, right? They've got much more money than you do. Our materials level that playing field and let you use your advantages while helping you neutralize their advantages. If you're willing to put in a little work, read the material, and ask a few questions at the teleconferences, you'll probably know much more about debt law than almost any lawyer you're likely to find. And, again, what's more important, you'll know what to do with it and how. In debt law, unlike most other kinds of law, you may actually have an advantage by representing yourself. We'll give you your best chance at that. You can save hundreds or thousands of dollars while doing just as good or better job of defending yourself than most lawyers could. Protect what's yours and don't let the debt collectors rip you off. yourlegalagup.com